Dear students, today I am going to tell you about how to draw a sieve analysis graph on MS Excel. You should know also that how to draw or make a graph of sieve analysis on the manually as well. But you must also know that because when you are going to present your work in your workbooks, or if you want to show your work in the report writing or in final year project, so you must need it how to make a graph on MS Excel. So I must tell you, because you can make your graph presentable, and it should be very aligned and proper. So you can use MS Excel to draw your sieve analysis graph easily. So how can you draw it, and how can you calculate in the table the values of cumulative percent passing and cumulative weight of soil retained here? So how can you do that? I will tell you. For example, these are the values which I have taken from my own test, which we have done in final year project. So I put it here. I have taken the soil about 2000 gram, and you can also write it down here is that it can be 2 kg. So it's up to you, but I think we have to take values in the grams, because the values is decreasing a lot now. So that's why it's quite easy and easy to understand for the others to what value you are taking, and you are not going for the smaller values. So that's why you are taking values in the grams. For example, we have taken total weight of the soil is 2000 grams, and you can say it's 2 kg. So what you have to do there, I wrote it here. There is the numbering of the test what I have done. These are the sieve numbers here. So what you have to write it down, yeah, you have to write down sieve analysis for here first here. So you are writing the title here. So for example, I am writing an sieve analysis. So what I have to do, I have to write down its title here, and I am going to do its to be margin center here. So what I have to do next here, for example, we have sieve numbers from 3 inches to 2 inches, 1.5 inches, 1 inches, 0.75 inches, 0.5 inches, 0.375 inches. Then the values are going to smaller, or it is going to be decreased. So what we have to take it is into the number 4, number 8, number 16, number 30, number 50 sieve, number 100 sieve, number 200 sieve, and then we have pen. So what we have to do, I have to make it into the center. So how can I make it? So these are the sieves which I have in our lab. So I have taken all those sieve numbers which were present in my laboratory. So this is the sieve size where I have taken it. Actually, I have taken its conversion from the table from the Google it, or you can search it on any browser. So you have to search it out, sieve sizes in millimeter. So these sieve sizes in millimeter. So how can you write it down? For example, I have to increase its size, and I already write it here that it is sieve sizes. So I should have to make it wrap text, and I can show it like this. These are the sieve sizes in millimeter. So I have converted all the sieve numbers into sieve sizes in millimeter. You can also take it into inches as well. It's up to you. It's your choice, but graph will remain same, because the decrease or increase is same now. So there is no need of worried that you are taking a value in the millimeter or inches. So it's up to you. It's your choice. So what I have to do, these are the values which are the weight of soil retained in each sieve. So what I have to do here, I have to do a wrap text, and then I am going to bigger its cell size, and now I am moving it like this. So let me make it to the center, and what I am going to do, so I have to take it is into the center. So now what I have to take it out. So I am going to tell you how can you calculate all the values in its table. So what you have to do, you have to first write down cumulative weight retained. So how can you write it down? You have to write it down. For example, it should be in capital. So I am writing into the capital, and it is cumulative weight retained. So this is the cumulative weight retained in grams, cumulative weight retained of soil in grams. So what we have to do, you have to put down grams here. So what I have to do here, will do it wrap text. And then what I have to do, I have to make it into the center. Now what I have to do into this column, first I will write this same thing here, then I will put equals to sign and then click on this cell, and then I will get the value. Here what you have to do, you have to sum the previous value which you attained, and then you have to add with this value, so you will get your answer. And this is going same. So what I have to do, I have to click on the corner of this cell, and you will getting this plus sign, and you should drag it and drop it here, and then you will get all the values in the sequence what you are asking for. For example, here you will get these two cells to be sum up, then here you can see this, then here you can see this is happening same. So the sequence is going on same. Now what I have to do next, in the next column, what I have to find it out, cumulative percentage weight retained. So what I have to do, I will copy this and paste it here, and then I will write cumulative percentage weight, cumulative percentage weight retained. I have to write it down here, percentage weight retained, and if it is percentage, so it should not be in grams, so it will be in percentage format. So the value will be in percentage. What you have to do, you have to write down the equals to sign is in this cell, and you should click on this cell, divided by what, divided by this total weight of the soil, and you should put dollar sign in between the F and 2. So why you are doing so, because you want to make it remain same in all the cells, so that's why you are taking dollar sign. So you have to provide brackets here, and then you have to multiply with 100, so static 100. So what you have to do, you have to, I will click on it and drag it down, and I will get all the values in this way. So this is the calculation of the percentage. You can see this, you can see this is the way, and you will see that first value, first cell is changing, but it is not changing because I made it fixed. It is constant for all the cells. So I have done this. Now what you have to do, now you have to find out cumulative percentage passing. Now you have to find out percentage passing, how much passed from the sieve in every sieve. Percentage passing you have to write down. This is not cumulative one, so you should provide a percentage sign. And for example, I will click on this, so this will be okay. Now what I have to do, I have to write down 100 minus this cell. So 100 remains constant, and every time the amount of percentage which is retained on the each sieve, now I am getting passing amount at every sieve. So for example, if there is nothing is retained on these sieves, like 3-inch sieve, 2-inch sieve, 1.5 inches sieve, 1-inch sieve. So what does it mean by that? All the value, all the 2000 gram soil is passed from all these sieves. So when we come to 0.75 inches sieve, so what is happening over here, there is a 0.6% was retained on this sieve, and the remaining, when we subtract it from 100, then we will get 99.4% passed from this sieve. So this is the way to explain this table. So now what I am going to do, I will make I am going to make this table attractive. How can I do this? First of all, what I have to do, I have to make it bold like this, and I have to make all the values in the table should be into the center. So now it is in the center, it should also be in center. What I have to do next, this is the heading of this. So what I have to do, I have to select I have to go into the border in the home tab, then I am going into the thick outside border. Look, isn't it looking nice? Now I have to provide here, this should be equals to sign here, and what I have to do, I have to select this cells and merge and center it. So now it will look better. Now I provide borders in each cell. So like this, I am providing a border. I have to center this value. Now what I have to do, I have to make it bold, provide border here, and I am providing border. Let me do it undo because I have taken more than this column. So this is the way I am doing so. So I will have to select the every column and I have to make it bold, thick bold. So I am doing so. You can see this is the way to make the columns bold. It will make your presentation, for example, if your work will be more attractive for the teachers and for the reader as well, so people will like it. I think presentation skills are very important when you are going to present anything in front of anyone, so it will look nice after doing this. For example, your concept must be clear, your work should be very neat and clean and very attractive, so it will help you to gain good marks in it. So now you can see what I have done. Now this is very proper. You can see this. What I have to do next, I have to make a graph between what. Let me save it on my desktop. So how can I save it? I am going into the desktop and I am making sieve analysis graph. So this is the way to save your work on MS Excel. So I have saved to on the background. Now what I have to do, I have to make the graph. So for example, if I have to make a or draw graph, so what I have to do, I have to go into the insert. Let me hide this. Show names of a hide floating meeting controls. Okay, now. Now what I have to do, I have to go into the insert tab and there is a chart. So in which chart I have to go, this is insert scatter XY or bubble chart you can say. And then I have to move into its second option, and what is this? You can see there are lines coming on it. In this there are only points. This is a scattered chart, but these are only values or datas are here, but there is no line in it. But in this you are getting line because what is the name of this graph? Is scattered with smooth lines and markers. So use this chart type to compare at least two sets of values or pairs of the data. So what's going on? We have to insert data here. So you can go into the format button as well. You can go into the insert design button. You will get select data here. So what I do, I am habitual of doing, for example, I have to right click on it and I will get select data. So what I have to do after selecting data, I have to provide two values to access on this graph. So what I have to provide, so I have to go into the add button and I have to write down sieve analysis. Sieve analysis here in the series name. Series X value should be sieve sizes in millimeter. So I am taking the value sieve sizes in millimeter. I should not include pan here because normally there is no amount of soil on pan, but there must be some amount, so but we have to neglect it. So because there is we are not going to use pan as a sieve. So in the next series Y values, what I have to take, I have to take percentage passing, and you can also take a cumulative percentage weight retained also, but the graph will remain same. So right now I'm taking percentage passing. So I will take up to number 200 sieves. So now it's okay. Now the graph is done. You will get the graph. Now what you have to do next, because it is a logarithmic scale graph, so you have to, and logarithmic should be on the x-axis. So what you have to do, you have to select the x-axis and you have to go first add minor grid lines. You will see these are the grid lines showing to you. Now you have to go on the format axis. When you go in the format axis, you can see in this graph is what is happening. Look, its maximum value is 90. So what I want to do it, so for example I am selecting this and I am going and make it its maximum size is 100. And now I am moving down and I have to select logarithmic scale and values in the reverse order. So in this way I will get the sieve analysis graph, and this is done. And one more thing what I have to do, this y-axis is in center of the graph, so it is not looking good. So what I want to do it, I have to go it into the format axis, and then I have to go into the labels, and then I have to select not next to axis, but I have to select high, so it will come here. So now it's done. So let me close it, and I have to increase its size. Now what do I want to put it here? For example, I want to add access title and all the things here. So what I have to do, I have to select but click on this plus button, and I have to add access titles here. Data labels is not looking good, so I don't want to put it here. I should provide a legend also. This is the sieve analysis graph, so I put it here. So what do I want to do here? I have to write down which value I have taken on the y-axis. Otherwise we audience or reader or your teacher will not get it what you have put it on the y-axis or x-axis. So I am going to write down percentage passing here, and I will provide this unit as well. It is percentage. So I will select it, the whole wording what I wrote it, and I am going into the home tab and I make it bold, and its style should be Times New Roman. So I have to select writing style Times New Roman, and I should increase its size. It is too much bigger, so it will reduce. So how can I do that? I will bring it to here, and I have to put it here because the y-axis is here. So this is the way. And one more thing I can do it, the axis title on the x-axis. So the what will be the axis title on the x-axis is the sieve sizes, and sieve sizes in millimeter. So what I have to do, I have to select this, and I have to make it bold writing style, so it should be Times New Roman, and I have to increase its size. I have taken, I think it is also no, it is 16, so it should be 16, because eventually everything should be of equal size now. So it is 16 now. Now what I have to do, I am going to on this axis, format axis, and the minimum value is 0.01, and this is okay. This is okay, we have already done it. Now I'm moving towards the y-axis, format axis, and I want it should start from 0. It is coming from -20 na? So I have selected it, and now you can see there is no -20 value because I don't want it right now here. So it will start from 0. So it is going down. Look, there is the negative value. So what I have to do, negative value is here and it is on this. So what I have to do, I can provide -10 here. So I enter it and I will get all the values. So now it's better. -20 was too much. So you can see the graph is here. What you have to do next, now I will click on its side button, right click on it, and going into the outline I am taking black color, and I am going to increase its weight, so it will become 3 point. You can see, and I will click on these grid lines, and I want to change its color also, and I am taking it green. You can see, and if I want to increase its weight, for example I am taking this weight, so it will look better. And I want to change its color also, and I am taking it is as dark blue is not looking good, taking purple color, so it will look nice. And what I have to do next more, I have to increase the size of these values, number -10, -10, and I have to make it bold. I will change its writing style also, Times New Roman I'm going to select it, so it will be more visible to the readers. And I'm going to select this one, this axis also, and I'm going to change its writing style. So I have to go into the home tab, I have to select Times New Roman, and I have to increase its size, for example, and I have to make it bold. So it is not properly visible to all of you. So I will increase its size up to 24. It is too much. I think it is better one. So if it is 20, so it should also be 20. So I will take 20, this one. So what I have to do next, I have to bring this percentage passing here, and I have to select this also. And what I have to do with it, I have to make it bold, I have to change its writing style, I can increase its size, and I will put it into the center so it will look more nice. So what I have to increase the size of the chart area. And for example, I'm taking it like this, and this is like this. So I can increase its size also, and I will move. I'm moving now. It is sieve analysis. Legend is coming out, and what I have to do with it also to decrease, and I am going to make it bold. It is now bold, and increase its size, and Times New Roman, no, decrease its size again, so it's not coming into the chart area. Now what I want to do, I want to change its color of this graph line. What I have to select it, light green, no, red color, no, maroon color, whether it looks like or not, or I am moving towards the dark blue color. I think it is looking better. So I can also change its color also. So shape fill, I am going into the light blue color selected, so it's looking nice right now, you can see. And one more thing, I think the color of these values is not black, so I'm going to select it black color. And then I should select this graph axis value should be black also. I should select this axis title should be black. This was gray, look, now it is getting darker. So this is the way you can make your graph as well. And why the legend is coming like this, so I should delete it. I don't want this legend. So what I have to do, it's taking it like this, so I don't want it grid lines. It's okay, I don't want legend here, because a legend is provided when you are placing 2 or 3 graphs in the single graph, so you have to provide legend. I will discuss in other videos as well. So now this is the way you can show this. You can show your for example, you can make your graph more attractive, and you can change different colors also, it's up to you. Now this graph is very much presentable, and it will look nice to the audience. And your presentation skills really matters. So this is the way you can draw your sieve analysis graph in MS Excel. And I have already told you how can you make the table. You can already see that, just revise it. For example, I have taken sieve number here. There is sieve sizes which I have taken from internet. You can convert the 3 inches into sieve size into millimeter, so you can do it. And then weight of soil retained here, you have taken you have tested it in the lab, you have done sieve analysis, and you will get the value. For example, at the when you do sieving in the first, you have checked how much amount left on that sieve, and you have to weight it one by one at every sieve, and you will get the value of the weight of the cell. And then you have to calculate all the values yourself. But then you have to find out cumulative weight retained here. Then you have to find out cumulative percentage weight retained here. How can you do that? I have already told you about the formulas. Then percentage passing, then you have to subtract 100 minus these percentages, and you will get percentage passing. So what you have to do on the x-axis, you have to provide these sieve sizes, and on the y-axis you have to provide percentage passing, and you will get your sieve analysis graph. And always keep in remember, when you are going to make logarithmic graph for sieve analysis, you have to select x-axis, to provide a logarithmic scale, you have to select the logarithmic scale and values in the reverse order, so then you will get it, your graph properly made it. So these are the easiest way, this is the easiest way to draw your graph on CV analysis on MS Excel. And I think so it is more clear to all of you. One more thing I want to tell you here is that number 4 means that in one linear range there are only 4 openings in C. In number 8 means, what does it mean by that? In one linear range there are 8 openings. So the size of the sieves is decreasing from top to bottom. So keep it in mind when you are doing sieve analysis. You have to put the biggest hole opening on the top and the smallest hole opening in the bottom. So this is the way to draw to do your sieve analysis testing, and then you will get the values on it. You have to do calculation as well, and you have to draw the graph in this way. So it will be clear to all of you. I hopefully it will help you to make your own sieve analysis graph, and it will help you to how to generate your sieve analysis graph on MS Excel. So that's all for today, and I have to wind up or end my video here. So hope inshallah I will come again with another video. Thank you. That's it for today.